Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetsreviews.com, and today we are going to do a quick hands-on comparison of the UMI X2 here we have with us and the Zopo 980. So in this particular video we are going to do the comparison of both of these two devices in the form of benchmarks as well as in terms of the overall look and feel and the specifications if we talk about. So when it comes to the overall specifications, we have a high definition display on both of these two phones. You have a full high definition display over here, and let me just open quadrant standard over here so that you can actually have a better idea. So if we take a look over quadrant standard over the system information, so both of these devices has MediaTek 6589 chipset. So these are non-turbo devices as far as chipset is concerned. When it comes to the processor, so it is 1.2 GHz quad-core processor which we have on both of these two devices. And when it comes to the resolution which we have is a high definition resolution on both of these two phones, that is 1080 into 1920. And when it comes to the GPU as well, you have the same GPU, that is PowerVR SGX 544MP, because both of them have the same chipset. When it comes to the sensor information, again the sensors are fairly the same. So in terms of the overall hardware, both of these two devices are almost the same in terms of the overall hardware. You have the 3-axis accelerometer sensor, proximity sensor, light sensor, gyro sensor, magnetic field sensor for on both of these phones, so they will support GPS navigation as well, rotation vector sensor, gravity sensor, linear acceleration, orientation and corrected gyroscope sensor. Now when it comes to the look and feel, first of all let's compare the back side of the devices. This is how the back side looks like for both of these phones. Again, we have both of these phones in two different colors, so this may not be a proper comparison, but still when it comes to the back cover which we get on the Zopo 980 is black. Over here we do have a white variant here as well, so that you can exactly compare the look and feel of both of these two phones. So you have a back cover which is matte finish in nature, you have a texturized design over here, and again it will not attract the fingerprints and scratches very easily. However, you will see the fingerprint very easily on the glossy back cover on the UMI X2. And if we actually take a look over here, we do not see any texture over here on the back cover on UMI X2. Both of them have a 13 megapixel camera, autofocus with LED flash. We have the loudspeaker over here, we have a big loudspeaker mesh over here, and we have a loudspeaker mesh over here on the Zopo 980. When it comes to the side profile, this is how the side profile look like, and again if we compare it with the black variant which is without the flip cover, this is how the thickness will look like for both of these phones. So both of these phones are fairly the same in terms of the overall thickness. We have a kind of a squarish design over here on the Zopo 980 with rounded edges, as you can see, and you have a chrome kind of a material which is going across the edges to make it look good, again give it a kind of a premium look. And you have a chrome kind of a material over here on the UMI X2 as well. These phones look fairly different in terms of the overall design. UMI X2 resembles more of the Samsung Galaxy series phones which we have seen earlier. However, we have a kind of a unique design on Zopo 980, as you can see, and this is how the phone looks like from the side. This is how they are looking like from the bottom. When it comes to the display size on both of these phones is 5-inch high definition display. And when it comes to the clarity of the clarity of display is pretty good on both of these phones, as you can see. So I do not notice any pixelation on any of these two phones as far as pixels are concerned. So as you can see over here, the text is rendered quite precisely, crisp and clear on both of these two displays. Now the front camera which we see on both of these two devices is a 2 megapixel fixed focus camera. And when we talk about proximity sensor, we have the proximity sensor over here, we have a kind of a metallic earpiece over here, and the earpiece is over here on the Zopo 980. Front side and the bottom look is concerned, if we take a look over here and compare it with the white variant which we have with us, this is how the front side look like for the Zopo white version and the UMI X2 white version. You do not have a black version in the UMI X2, you have a grey version and a white version, whereas you have a white and black version in the Zopo 980. When it comes to the overall look and feel, both of these phones are fairly handy, quite portable to hold in one hand. However, you have rounded edges over here on the UMI X2, whereas you have a kind of a squarish design on the Zopo 980 with little tempered edges over here at the back cover, which again gives you a kind of a good feel when you hold the device in one hand. But UMI X2 is actually much easy to hold in one hand because of the rounded edges over here Now comparing both of these two phones on the basis of benchmark, on Intuitu we have got a score of 11798 UMI X2, whereas we have got 11950 on Zopo 980. Again, fairly the same. There is a very little difference in terms of the scores if we talk about. If we take a look over the detailed scores over here, the CPU has performed almost the same on both of these devices when it comes to the score. As you can see, here we have 3379, whereas we have 3409 over here in the CPU integer operations. When it comes to the floating point operations, you have 2547 and you have 2556, which is again almost the same. Now the scores which we see in the Ninamark benchmark utility, we have got a score of 23.8 FPS on Zopo 980, whereas we have got 20.5 FPS on UMI X2. So again, there is not much of a difference in this particular score as well. To playing games on any of these two devices, both these devices will be supporting some high graphic intensive game, if not all, and the casual games can run on both of these two devices, including Temple Run 2, Subway Surfer, Temple Run OZ, and other games like Angry Bird as well will run fine without any issues. Now when it comes to the multi-touch support, both of these two devices supports 5-point multi-touch, as you can see. Now if we take a look over the scores which we have got in the Quadrant standard benchmark utility for both of these devices, we have got a score of 3846 on UMI X2, whereas we have got a score of 3815 on Zopo 980. And here if we take a look over the detailed score, this is how they are compared. So it is 3846, 3815, the CPU is 9022, it is 8911, the memory is 3385 over here, whereas we have 3378 over here. Input output is 4672, whereas it is 4616. 2D is 106 and 2D is 96 over here, whereas 3D is 2044 over here and it is 2076. And this is how the device ranks when it comes to comparing these devices with other devices. So both of these devices rank fairly the same in terms of the ranking. That's all from us as far as the quick hands-on comparison of the UMI X2 with the Zopo 980. We think that both of these devices fairly rank the same when it comes to the overall hardware and the overall performance which you will get. Either it is gaming, either it is running heavy applications or running much large number of applications. When it comes to the RAM, you have 2 GB of RAM on both of these two devices. When it comes to the 32 GB variant, when it comes to the 16 GB variant, you will have 1 GB of RAM on UMI X2 and you have 1 GB of RAM on Zopo 980. So in terms of the overall performance, both of these devices are fairly equal. Almost like a very little difference is there as far as the graphics are concerned, as far as the processing power is concerned. So do let us know if you have any specific questions for these two devices. We would love to help you. You can like this video. This video help you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.